Vikings front office went out and did their homework on the quarterbacks that they want. There's 4 of them that I can see, man. As a report came out, man, there's 4 of them that the Vikings actually have their eye on. One of them is Bo Nix, which y'all already know. I don't think that's a good move for the Minnesota Vikings, but if it happens, it happens. One of them is Michael Penix Jr. I'm starting to lean a little bit that way. It'll be okay. It's not my first option, but I'll be all right if it happens. All right, one of them is J.J. McCarthy, which y'all know I'm all the way on board with that. And then the other one's Drake May, which I'm like, I see the upside, but I don't know if I'd be as happy as if we were to get J.J. McCarthy. But again, we have some quarterback homework done, and that's all we can ask for as Vikings fans. Now, there's a guy that I see a lot of Vikings fans been sprinkling out there, and then he was on Up and Adams with Deshaun, and they were talking about, what would be a good fit for a guy like Spencer Rattler. And the Minnesota Vikings was mentioned, man. Deshaun Jackson actually was like, man, I want to see him with Justin Jefferson, so on and so forth. And I'm going to tell you, man, I could see that. This is my thing. When it comes to Spencer Rattler, I just don't think the production was there. Do I believe he could throw the ball? Absolutely, man. He did great at the Senior Bowl. There was a lot of hype around him being the best quarterback at the Senior Bowl during the time. Obviously, he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, one of the best players in the nation coming out of high school, definitely the best quarterback coming out of high school during his time. So, hey, it's there. Now, you had the show that got a lot of people, giving him the little cold shoulder because of how he was acting with his arrogance and stuff like that, and just lack of respect for elders. And there was a lot of things going on, man. I'm telling you right now, the kid done changed. I went and watched some interviews. He just seems like he's on the right path. Now, I'll say this, man. I want the Vikings to be aggressive. I've said this over and over again. I think aggressive is the way to go for the Minnesota Vikings. Spencer Rattler is somebody, you don't have to be aggressive at all. I believe a Spencer Rattler, if you really feel like that's your guy, but the signs are there. So for the fans who do want Spencer Rattler, just understand that it's probably not going to happen. But I still wanted to talk about him, shine some light on him, man, because I do believe he can get on a team and possibly become a starter in the NFL. Because when I went back and watched him throughout this week, man, there is a lot of things I like, man. He has the mobility. He can get out the pocket, make all the throws. He has a strong arm for the size because he's only 6'1", 217 pounds. He is he would be considered a smaller type quarterback, but he can make all the throws, man. I just don't believe he's that much different than Jaren Hall. Now, his competition he played against is definitely a lot better. When it came to South Carolina, y'all know this is where I resigned. And yeah, he made the franchise a little bit better than they have been the past 4 years. So he came in, they won a couple more games than usual. But again, still nothing to sit there and get super excited about. He had a great weapon in Leggett on the edge. So, I mean, hey, look, man, I'm going to tell you right now. You take a flyer on them. The Vikings probably aren't, because obviously the reports came out that they have their eyes set on 4 quarterbacks, and it's going to be one of those 4. Jaden Daniels seems to be out of the picture for the Minnesota Vikings as far as I'm concerned now. It's starting to get down to the nitty-gritty, guys. We have a couple weeks now, and we're about to see what the Minnesota Vikings are going to do. Part of it, there's just a part in me, and I want to say this. If I just feel like this, and it's not over yet, right? Maybe they plan something with Spencer Rattler this week or next week, but I want to say this, man. If you are going to do homework on a Bo Nix or do homework on a Michael Penix, I feel like the Vikings brass should go and do an extended period of homework on Spencer Rattler and give the kid a chance, see what he does, see if he wows you in the interview room, and you talk the X's and O's with him, because I know that's big with Kevin O'Connell and them probably wanting to get these kids to sit down in a room and actually explain why this play happened, why'd you make this decision, this, that, and the third, because you kind of want to get into these kids' minds and see how they process things, and that's understandable. Well, how about you do that with Spencer Rattler too? I'm saying that because I'm not a huge fan of Spencer Rattler, but I could see it, man. I could see the potential there. And at this point, if you're not going to be super aggressive, I want to make sure y'all understand, because y'all know I want to be aggressive as a fan. But if you're not, I feel like, why not go and do some homework on your boy Spencer Rattler? Why not? What is it going to hurt, right? At the end of the day, I think he has the same type of tools that you're looking for in any of these other quarterbacks. I think he's coachable. He's been really good at football, coming out of high school, being the number 1 recruit. There's just a lot of promise there. So see what happens, man. Let me know how y'all feel, man. Should Spencer Rattler be a Minnesota Viking? Drop it down in the comments. Holla at your boy.
smooth summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gon' do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.